In today's video, I'm going to be doing my unboxing and first impressions of the brand new Samsung Galaxy A57 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the brand new Samsung Galaxy A57 5G here in the flesh. Of course, this device is going to be releasing next week, I believe April 9th or 10th in the United States of America for a retail price tag of $549. And for that price tag, under the hood, we get an Exynos 1680 processor. Inside of here, we get 8 gigabytes of RAM and we get 128 gigabytes of internal storage. We also get 5,000 milliamp battery inside of here, so a very big battery. We get 45 watt charging on here as well, which is actually 20 watts faster than the Galaxy S26, which is kind of insane. And we also get a brand new Super AMOLED Plus display, so not just Super AMOLED anymore, we get Super AMOLED Plus. I believe the text on this display is supposed to be a little bit more crisp. 120 hertz refresh rate, HDR10 plus, 1900 nits peak brightness, so a decently bright display, about an 89% screen to body ratio, so it looks like we're going to have better side bezels. We're still going to have a chin at the bottom of this phone, but it looks like we're going to have some slimmer bezels on the side of this device. We have Android 16 in this device with 6 major operating system updates. We have One UI 8.5. We can also go up with our internal memory. We can go up to 12 gigabytes of RAM, or we can go up to 512 gigabytes of internal storage. Without further ado, let's get inside of this. Now, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about this device. Look at that beautiful back right there. Wow. That does look really good. This phone does look really good. I really do like the color right here. If you guys don't know, I got awesome lilac. It comes in like light blue. It comes in gray. It comes in a few different colors. But wow, this awesome lilac is very stunning. Haven't seen anybody unbox this one yet. Had to pick this one up. We'll take a look at this phone in a second. But as I was saying, very controversial phone. Of course, everybody's comparing it to the S25 FE. Back of the box, of course, we get our SIM tray ejector tool. We don't get a charger inside the box, which kind of sucks. However, we get our USB Type-C to Type-C data cable right here. We also get our quick start guide and safety and warranty information as well. All right, everyone, so back to the phone. Beautiful lilac color on the back right here. Absolutely love this color right here. So this is called Awesome Lilac. Once again, this comes in a few different colors. I think this one is definitely going to be one of my favorite ones though. On the back right there, we have our camera module set up. And as you guys can see, it is set up on this clear little pill form thing. This definitely reminds me of like the old school late 90s Macs or early 2000s, you know, see-through Macs. Really do like the look of this. Kind of looks like the iPhone 16 in my opinion, or the 16 Plus. Anyways, as far as the camera modules right here, our main camera is going to be a 50 megapixel wide angle camera. Our secondary is going to be a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and our third is going to be a 5 megapixel macro. We do have that best face feature inside of here. We have our LED flash to the right of that as well. And of course, we can record up to 4K at 30 frames per second on here. Right side of the phone, we have our volume up and down rocker. We have just below that our power button. Top of the device, we have 2 noise canceling mics. Left side of the device, we have absolutely nothing but this brushed aluminum, and it goes kind of well with this lilac color right here. Let's go ahead and take this off. We got our 6.7 inch display, which we'll go ahead and boot up before we take a look at what's at the bottom of this device. So let's go ahead and boot that up. At the bottom of this device, we have our USB Type-C port, another noise canceling mic. We have one of our speakers right here. It is going to be a stereo speaker experience. And to the left of that, we of course have our SIM tray. And just a heads up guys, we cannot expand memory via micro SD card, and we do have eSIM compatibility inside of this device as well. Alright everyone, so we are finally inside of the Galaxy A57 5G. A couple more things that I wanted to say. We do have Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on the front and the back of this device, and we also have an aluminum frame, so a very premium build on this $549 device. We also have an IP68 dust tight and water resistance on this, so it is immersible up to 1.5 meters in water for up to 30 minutes, so we have a nice little IP certification right there. But so far, this looks really nice. We're running UI 8.5, Android 16 out of the box, and everything is feeling very smooth. Exynos 1680 in here so far. Really, again, do love the look of this phone right here. Scrolling through the phone, it doesn't feel noticeably slow compared to, say the Galaxy S26, a device that is a few $100s more. This does feel like it's a flagship device, honestly, just right off the bat. And they're really bridging that gap, honestly. I just feel like the only thing is that the Galaxy S25 FE is, of course, at such a close price tag to this. I believe that released at what, $649? So yeah, in the aftermarket, you could probably get that phone for even close to $549. So for a lot of people, they might just go with that used, but I feel like a lot of people are still going to get this, and they're probably going to absolutely enjoy it, but more on that later. Going into the drop-down bar menu, of course, we have the Samsung UI on here, the One UI 8.5. We have auto rotate, we have airplane mode, flashlight, all of your quick toggle settings right here, smart view. One thing, however, this does not have is we don't have DeX inside of this, so that kind of sucks. Going into the application drawer right here, though, we have, all of the Samsung applications that you would need. We also have Instagram on here added to this. So if you don't use Instagram, you of course can uninstall that. Same thing with Facebook right here, but everything looks pretty solid so far. Very beautiful display right here. The haptic feedback also does feel pretty strong. I'd say it feels the same as like the Galaxy S25 FE. Also, the bezels on this device are going to be a little bit slimmer than last year's Galaxy A56, so that's nice to see. I do want to test out a few things on this device, but just going through the UI, this looks really solid, and it looks like the Exynos 1680 is actually performing quite well. So I really do like what I'm seeing so far. I do want to go ahead and check out the camera really quick though and see how that performs. I just want to go ahead and take a couple of quick photos right here. Very solid shutter speed right here. Haptic feedback once again feels very nice. We get some great clarity on this. Pretty true to life right here. I feel like most people are going to take some good shots on this in decent lighting. We're going to go, of course, further into detail with this camera and the full review of the Galaxy A57 and, of course, the camera review of this. But so far, it looks pretty solid. I do want to test out the speakers of this device, and I do want to test out a 4K video to see how that looks as well. But so far, this device is looking pretty solid for $549, and it looks like this is going to be a solid device for a lot of people out there. Next up, let's go ahead and test out the speakers on the A57. Alright, so it definitely sounds like they're using a different speaker than last year, so the quality is really good. This definitely has to be on the Galaxy S26 level. It sounds really good. We have some great bass, we have some great clarity. It sounds really crisp. It's a very crisp stereo listening experience. So stereo speakers on this, top and bottom. Absolutely love this. Going to be great for gaming, watching YouTube videos and TV. Great stuff on this device. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at this display. Alright everyone, so really nothing bad to say about the display on this device. Display looks absolutely gorgeous. Very nice looking display. We have some crisp colors, and again, this is Super AMOLED Plus, so it's not just going to be Super AMOLED anymore. We're going to have a much more crisp and concise text, but the colors do look really good on this. For the person who doesn't know about phones and who has probably used an iPhone their entire life, they are going to think this is a flagship device. This looks excellent, looks really good. 120 hertz refresh rate on this, beautiful display. Again, I don't like the price tag right off the bat. I'm sure this is going to go on sale later this year, like during the holidays. We're going to probably have our back to school sale. A lot of you are going to be getting this device for free or next to free when signing up for a contract or going into Metro by T-Mobile with a new number eventually, or going into Cricket Wireless or something like that. You're probably going to get some pretty good deals on this phone, and a lot of people, like I said before, are probably going to get this for free. And even at $549, I don't think this is the greatest device in the world, obviously, but I don't think you're going to be disappointed at all. Just based off of my first impressions, obviously there is some controversy out there. The Galaxy S25 FE is so closely priced to this, and in the aftermarket you can essentially get the S25 FE for less if you want to get a used variant of it. But overall, for a brand new phone, you're going to get 6 years of operating system updates, Super AMOLED Plus, IP68, 120 hertz refresh rate, stereo speakers, beautiful display on this. You can't really ask for much more than that for $549. And in this day and age, and especially in the US, you have most people going over to a $1,000 Apple device thinking that there are no other options out there. The Galaxy A57 might be a much cheaper alternative to some people out there that they may not know something like this exists at this price tag. So yes, of course, for the spec nerds out there, you get the better specifications. You get the better camera inside the S25 FE. However, for the $549 price tag, I don't think this is a terrible device at all. I think this is a pretty solid device, and for the majority of people, I feel like you're going to enjoy this. I really do like the build of this device as well. The color lineup on this as well is really nice. It's just hard to recommend at this moment because the Galaxy S25 FE, especially for the people that watch these types of videos, is available right now. But I still think this is a really solid device overall. You're not going to go wrong for $549. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hopefully you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. This has been Stefan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.